Before diving into this story, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe, because here, every story is a new emotion you won't want to miss. Happy birthday, big bro. If you're seeing this, it means my first letter has arrived. And don't worry, I still have so much to tell you, even after I'm gone. A man, 36 years old, wearing an elegant suit with a cold and distant appearance. He sits alone in a luxurious, modern, and silent apartment. Everything around him is expensive but lifeless. He holds his phone, the video paused on the screen. The city lights reflect off his impassive face. He sighs, looks away, clearly unsettled. Then he murmurs to himself with a hint of bitter irony, "I can't believe she actually did this." Soft, dreamlike flashbacks begin to play. Young Luciano and little Abigail running barefoot through a field. Laughter echoes, pure and contagious, as they build castles out of cardboard and tell secrets under bedsheets. Their bond is uncheckable, a world only the two of them understood. Suddenly, the warmth of the scene fades. Cut to the present. Luciano, now a man of silence and suits, standing in court, sharp and unreadable. Inside the courtroom, he tears through arguments with surgical coldness. His voice is calm, but his eyes are miles away. A colleague nudges him outside the courtroom, raising an eyebrow and muttering that Luciano looks even more grumpy than usual today. Luciano replies dryly, mentioning it's his birthday, and that his ghost sister decided to send him a gift. Back at his office, Luciano feels the buzz of his phone again, another video. He hesitates, jaw tight, but presses play. The screen lights up with Abigail, lying in a hospital bed, tubes around her, but somehow still smiling. She speaks softly, telling him she knows he thinks it's silly, but she promised herself she wouldn't leave him alone. He needs to remember who he was, to remember himself. Luciano's phone buzzes again, and another video from Abigail appears. Her voice is gentle but firm as she recalls a childhood memory. "Remember when you defended me from Dad yelling? He only listened to you? You have a gift, Lou, but you use it as a shield, not a bridge." Luciano's fingers brush the music box Abigail loved, his eyes glistening with tears he won't let fall. The next video arrives just as Luciano prepares for court. Abigail challenges him. "Today, you face a case with no right or wrong, only what you believe. Which side will you choose?" In the courtroom, Luciano hesitates, the weight of her words sinking in. Suddenly, he shifts strategy, catching his opponent off guard, his eyes sharper than ever before. Later, another video appears. Abigail urges him to visit their mother, reminding him she won't be here forever. Luciano fights the urge to avoid the painful past, but eventually steps into the quiet house. His mother's eyes fill with tears as she sees him at the door. No words are spoken, only a deep, silent exchange of forgiveness and longing through their gazes. Each video uncovers layers Luciano had buried deep. Abigail's words crack the ice around his heart, making him face feelings he thought long dead. He begins to question his cold detachment, realizing his strength is not just in his intellect, but in embracing vulnerability. The memories flood back, mixing pain with the warmth of shared laughter and love. The videos shift tone, exposing family secrets and unspoken truths. Abigail's messages are a map, guiding Luciano through a maze of regrets and misunderstandings. He recalls fights with their father, broken promises, and the weight of responsibility he carried alone. Her voice in the videos feels like a compass, pointing him back to what truly matters. Luciano's world begins to shift. The rigid walls of his apartment now feel more like a cage than a fortress. Each video forces him to confront the choices he made, the moments he chose career over family, pride over compassion. He senses Abigail's spirit reaching out, breaking through his defenses, urging him to heal and forgive. One night, a video shows Abigail laughing softly, reminding Luciano of their childhood games and dreams. She talks about hope, the kind that lives beyond pain and loss. Luciano watches, tears finally spilling over. For the first time, he allows himself to grieve, not just for her, but for the brother and sister they once were, and the man he still can become. As the videos continue, Luciano wrestles with his own morality. Abigail's words challenge his black and white view of justice, urging him to find humanity in every case. He begins to fight not just to win, but to do what is right, even when it's hard. His colleagues notice the change, a subtle softness beneath the steel. The family visits become more frequent. Luciano starts to mend broken bridges, not only with his mother, but with old friends and distant relatives. Abigail's final video in the series warns that the hardest choice is yet to come. Luciano feels the weight of her presence like a gentle hand on his shoulder, guiding him through the storm. In the quiet moments between videos, Luciano reflects on the journey Abigail set him on. He realizes her gift was not just her words, but her love, fierce, unwavering, and healing. His cold world begins to thaw, opening space for forgiveness, hope, and a chance to rebuild what was lost. Rain falls steadily as Luciano stands before Abigail's grave, the sky heavy with gray clouds mirroring the storm inside him. His phone vibrates, the final video arrives. He swipes the screen, his breath caught in his throat. Abigail's soft voice fills the cold air. "If you've then made it this far, my plan worked. You came back to life, Lou." Her face appears on the screen, holding a letter with a photo of a small girl. The weight of her words presses down on him like the rain. "There's one last thing," she says quietly, voice trembling with hope and fear. Luciano's eyes widen, heart pounding. The secret she kept all this time is finally revealed. Abigail's voice breaks as she introduces the girl in the photo. "This is Clara. She's 8 years old, my daughter. Your niece. I was afraid to tell you before, but now she's family too. Don't leave her alone." The finality in her words shakes Luciano to his core, the past and future colliding in one raw moment. Tears spill down his face, mixing with the rain as he clutches the phone tightly. He folds the letter with trembling hands, his mind racing through all the years lost, all the chances missed. The silence around the graveyard feels heavy, but also full of possibility, a chance for redemption, for new beginnings. Driven by a fierce determination, Luciano goes straight to the orphanage where Clara lives. He watches from a distance as she plays alone, her laughter fragile yet bright amidst the shadows. When their eyes meet, she stops and stares, unsure but hopeful. Something in his heart softens like never before. For the first time in the entire story, Luciano smiles, a genuine, warm smile that reaches his eyes. The weight of grief lifts slightly as he takes a tentative step forward, ready to embrace a future he'd never dared to imagine. A new chapter begins, written in love, hope, and family. Luciano walks slowly, hand in hand with Clara, through the quiet streets of a city that now feels different, less cold, less empty. His usual sharp suit replaced by a softer sweater, a visible sign of the change within. Each step they take is a promise to be present, to heal the wounds left behind. The orphanage fades into the background as a new routine unfolds, filled with small joys and challenges. Clara's laughter echoes through the rooms where silence once ruled. Luciano learns to embrace vulnerability, discovering strength in the fragile moments that define true family bonds. In the solitude of his apartment, Luciano pauses often, touching the small keepsakes Abigail left behind, videos, letters, and a worn-out music box. They aren't just memories. They're the threads weaving him back to love and hope. Abigail's voice still lingers, guiding him gently through the fog of loss. Some loves don't truly die. They transform into letters sent across time, into unexpected hugs that catch you off guard, into roads that lead back home. Abigail left, yes, but she left a map one that Luciano is now following with open arms and a healing heart. The rain that once symbolized sorrow now feels like a blessing, washing away old fears and doubts. Luciano feels the warmth of forgiveness, both for himself and for those he had pushed away. The past no longer chains him. It teaches him to live fully in the present. As he tucks Clara into bed one night, her small hand reaching out for his, Luciano realizes that family isn't just blood. It's the love we choose, the courage to face tomorrow, and the grace to keep walking even when the path seems dark. Abigail's last gift was this chance at a new beginning. When all seems lost, maybe what you need most is to truly listen to what silence is trying to say. In the quiet spaces between words, life speaks loudest. And sometimes, healing begins with hearing what the heart already knows.